right, and we're live on Twitch. So currently streaming live there. Let's have a look. Okay, we're only on Twitch, no Facebook at this moment. So we're going to go with that. We've got our producer in the background who'll be running with that. Thanks, Michelle. We're going to be going live only on Twitch. So you can share it left, right, and center. Welcome to it, ladies and gents. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. And welcome to the very first public HODLNOTS Happy Hour Hangout. Just get a couple of those little celebrations. Yeah, that's it. I'm seeing those reactions. Keep it going, keep it going. Awesome. Nice to see you. Yeah, Badger, you okay there? You're not looking your usual self. You're right.
I'm okay. Thanks, John. I'm looking a bit different. I don't know whether it's the flu or what happened, but I feel a bit different today.
Yeah, you look a little like the weather, sick as a dog, some might say. Well, welcome to it. I'm glad that you're here. We're glad Wendy is here as well, all the way from the States. Currently, I can never keep track with you, Wendy. I mean, one minute you're in Brisbane, the next minute, where are you now? Where in the States?
I'm in Texas in the States. So I'm here for my son's wedding, and this weekend should be a big wedding. So I'm very excited. It's raining here right now, but it's been a big, wonderful trip so far. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, I didn't know that it rained in Texas. I thought it was just always like these.
Yeah, it does rain.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Well, welcome. We're glad that you're here with us. And in this HODLNOTS Happy Hour Hangout, we've got a whole bunch of interesting things that's going to happen. But first of all, just for those of you who joined us from who are not HODLNOTS, and it's great to see a whole bunch of names that we don't recognize. Great to have the regulars as well. Good to see all of you. There is a Q&A function down below. If any of you have any comments, any sort of questions, we'll have a look at that throughout the next little while. We don't know how long this is going to go on for. My wine glass over there, I can't reach it. It's fine. We'll see how it goes. It might go on for 20 minutes, might go on for 40 minutes. But we're going to be doing a few fun things and finding out more about HODLNOTS. We're going to find out about the Den. We're going to find out about HODLNOTS Premium. We're going to find out about the HODLNOTS Weekend Workshop that we just had a little while ago. But more importantly, you're going to get to know a little bit more about Wendy and I'm poking in the air and Marcel over there, and a little bit about me. But this is not about me per se. This is going to be all about a little bit of fun here and what we do out at HODLNOTS within the greater Bitcoin TAF ecosystem. So first of all, Marcel, I have a question for you. How did you get into HODLNOTS?
I've been dabbling in crypto a bit probably about 2.5 years ago. And then I spoke to a friend of mine who also was in crypto, and he's in Mauritius long term. Seems like everyone's coming from Mauritius long term. If we ask everyone says that. But in any case, he introduced me to Bitcoin TAF, so I did TrendSig, and then I basically messed up some of the signals a bit, and I wanted to start learning how to trade myself, or just learning to read the charts a bit better. And then I asked him whether he think the HODLNOT course is worthwhile. And he said, yes, they actually also did it. And then I signed up. And here we are today.
Amazing. Wendy, same question for you. How did you get into it? How did you
start HODLNOTS?
And also, you have a 2-minute limit, and go.
How did I get into HODLNOTS? Well, I started teaching people, and I was asked to teach a whole bunch of people because the one person that I taught said, hey, wow, this is great. I need some of my people that I know. Everybody needs to know how to do crypto. So could you teach a whole group? And I said, well, I don't really want to teach a whole group. I was really an introvert, and I liked to do one-on-ones at the time. And he begged and pleaded and said, can you teach a whole group? So the very first group probably was about 12 to 15 people that I can remember years and years ago. And from there, it just progressed into HODLNOTS. So been teaching groups ever since. So it actually turned out pretty nice. And then the groups start getting bigger. And at some point we had just about 99 to 100 in one session, one course. So yeah, it's crazy. But that's when people started waking up to crypto. So then I decided to get in it myself and take the course.
Well, exactly. I mean, Marcel and I, when we joined in October 2021, I think our class was what, 50 odd people or something, Roger, or 60, and that was
They would
thereabouts.
average about 50,
We were a big
50
class.
per class,
Yeah.
somewhere around there. Yeah.
yeah. And then
Graham was also in our class.
yeah, Graham was in our class. Sumi was in
Oh,
our
really?
class. I'm not sure if Vicky Ramella was, but I remember Teresa was as well. There were a bunch of them. But yeah, Graham was October 21 alumni. Yeah, so good to have him here and a whole bunch of the others as well. Any of you have any questions, drop them in. If you have any questions for Wendy or Marcel, do so. I'm going to do something a little fun quickly. It's called the 1 minute rapid fire round. And what we'll do is, Wendy, you're going to be first up. You're going to have 1 minute.
Okay.
Okay, this is just like out of the blue. We love questions and I love asking questions. So what we're going to do, I'm going to shoot a whole bunch of questions at you. We need kind of like this dramatic music playing in the background with the timer.
Yeah.
Exactly, pretty much. All right. So I'm going to shoot the question. First thing that comes to mind, I want you to answer. You ready? Your time starts now. What is your favorite word?
My favorite word.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Go. Fantastic. That's awesome.
Oh, no.
What was your favorite subject in school?
Science.
If you had to change your first name, what would it change it to?
I don't know.
Okay.
Pass.
What do you think would be a good spy name for you? Spy code name.
I don't have a clue.
Okay, no idea. What is
Clueless. Just call me Clueless.
All right. Agent Clueless. All right,
Agent
then
Clueless.
what is your go-to lazy dinner? Like easy peasy, quick and easy.
What is my what? I didn't hear that. It cut out.
Your go-to lazy dinner, like it's something you're gonna make just randomly that's this easy.
A dinner?
Yeah.
Spaghetti.
Okay. Who is your favorite Disney character?
Pluto.
Pluto. Do you consider yourself to be tech savvy? Yes or no?
I'm the farthest thing from it. That's a Roger Dodger no.
If you were to ask your 12-year-old self, would you think you were cool?
No, I'm not in the cool scene.
All right. Have you ever worn socks with sandals?
I have.
Okay. So, and then what is your go-to karaoke song?
Michael Bolton.
Which one?
When a Man Loves a Woman.
Ooh.
We'll belt it out. Yeah.
That was a quick 1 minute. Well done. Those are crazy.
They were tough.
Have you ever sung that song to Marius?
No, I don't sing. In my next life, I'll sing better.
All right. I see the audience is enjoying those. Well done. Marcel, are you ready?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, let's go, Marcel. Those were loaded.
The pressures of Wendy. All right, Marcel, your 1 minute starts now. What is your favorite word?
Is it the same questions?
No.
I could have prepped, damn it. My favorite word will be barbecue.
Where did you go on your last vacation?
Mozambique.
What do you collect?
What do I collect? I collect Webbers.
Kettle briars. Nice. What is your favorite thing to do in the summertime?
Bri.
Barbecue.
Yeah.
What item is worth spending more money on?
I don't want to go with kettle grill again.
Water
I would
barbecues.
say,
More Weavers. All right. If you could afford any car, which one would you drive?
ooh, probably with a big truck, like a dually or something.
Nice. What dish do you cook the best?
Like dish, I would probably say like a risotto.
Like, oh, that's not a barbecue item, but okay, I love it.
It's not a well, It's a
Finish
dish.
the phrase. Hang on, we'll get there. Finish the phrase. The way to my heart is.
Probably through my stomach. What else can I say? We've got like a trend going here now.
Yeah, totally. All right. Marcel, what was
It's a
your
trend
last?
line.
What is your last Google search?
You don't want to know.
And then Marcel, last question. What is your guilty pleasure?
I would say like a nice port or sherry in the winter.
Ooh,
Nice,
fancy.
nice.
All right. So some interesting questions.
Biltong, yeah, biltong.
Oh, that too. Some nice fatty biltong. And for those of you around the world who don't know what biltong is, that is like a dried meat, like jerky, beef jerky, chicken, whatever it is. Biltong here in South Africa, we're quite spoiled, and we know that. I've heard that there's biltong over in Australia. You guys have something like that? Dried cured meat, Wendy?
Yes, we do in the South African shops. You do.
Has Marius not endeavored to make his own biltong?
He does. He makes a very good one. We have a biltong maker. We do, and we do
And
sausage
it's
as
not
well.
the same as jerky for those that always think it's the same.
It's kind of a
not
bit of
the same.
like a comparison. It's not the same. We know quality, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, he
too.
makes real South African biltong.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
he does.
That's
Very
good to know.
good.
We're gonna have to put that to the taste test. But
You
anyway,
should.
so just for those of you who've just tuned in, we're having a little bit of fun here on the HODLNOTS Happy Hour Hangout. Going forward in the next couple of weeks to come, it's gonna be a little like this. We're gonna have a few guests that will pop in now and then. We'll be hearing from some of the other HODLNOTS team members and also other members within the Bitcoin Trend and Forecast team as well, looking at some of the other products maybe. But we're going to be talking about crypto. We're going to be talking about the general market as a whole without giving any sort of financial advice. We're more here as commentators, I guess, on a number of things. But what we're going to touch on very quickly is the Den. Marcel, you've been in the Den for quite some time, obviously a lot longer than, well, not as long as Wendy. But what you've started doing as well is kind of like a weekly wrap. I don't know if you have any kind of coins that have kind of stood out in the last while. I'm going to quickly touch on a coin on Binance, OG.
Yes, that went crazy today.
Did you manage to have a look and see what people were grabbing in a couple of minutes?
I looked at it then. I was away from the charts this morning, but I had a look at it then. There was some serious profits being made on OG this morning, and even some of the traders even went in for seconds and thirds. So that was good to see.
That was pretty amazing. And that was one of our French Den members, Jerome. He called OG and it came out of nowhere. There was a little bit of a starter kit mountain. And for those of you unfamiliar, it popped through that 200 on the 1 minute, popped up and went sideways for a few minutes. And the next thing it ran something like 40% in 20 minutes. And
wow, nice one.
Yeah, it was pretty insane. From 8 a.m. UTC, it ran for a good, I think, about 50 odd minutes. And yeah, we're looking initially at 2.35% that Jerome got. I managed to grab a quick 2.45.
Well done, Jerome.
Yeah, but that was just the start of it. Tumi grabbed 2.25 initially. That was pretty amazing to see. And then it started climbing. It really started climbing. People were grabbing a few candles in between. We saw some people with just 9.25, 15%, 7.45%. I grabbed.
I'm so proud. I'm so proud of them. Well done. That makes me
it
happy.
Seems like,
that just
it seems
made
like
my day.
Binance has been doing well the last week.
Yeah.
Actually, because Rad also ran earlier.
Oh well, that's
Puma
amazing.
ran last week.
I mean,
Okay, I gotta get back on. You guys are making me have FOMO big time.
Just to speak about those bites and the consistency, we see Yana, she got 6 trades. She did 1.2, 3.18, 1.89, 2.45, 2.95, and a 4.79. That was
done. Savinia rocks. Let's go. Done.
The Den is cooking. I mean, that was just from one call. And whoever was in the Den at that time managed to grab a whole bunch of percentage points. I think I grabbed in 95 seconds. I grabbed like a candle and a half at like 9 point something percent. It was just, you're in and you're out. And that's what you got to love about scalping.
That would set me free right now. I mean, I'm just like, that's some serious profits. I
can see the FOMO on Wendy's face.
I'm like, I'm missing the Den badly. So you should see me in there maybe a little bit in the next day or two.
Yeah, listen, I mean, coins are running all the time, like we have FOMO, wake up in the morning and like, oh, Riff has run something like stupid while I was sleeping. There's always FOMO, but we know that coins are always going to be running. I kind of feel that when you should go back to Australia the long way. You should come via South Africa, come and trade in our time zone with us, and then pop on home once you're done.
I think I should. I think I should do that.
Set yourself free. Join us there. All right. So moving on quickly. Let's have a quick look at, we've had the HODLNOTS workshop weekend that happened a short while ago, Wendy. It was 2 days where we had a bunch of members who had done the course previously over the last couple of years and joined us. You want to give a quick recap on how that went and maybe some of the things we touched on, some of the new scalping methods and stuff that we touched on that some of the previous members who had done the course ages ago kind of discovered. You want to give us a quick recap there?
Sure. I mean, it was absolutely fantastic. Vicki and the management team and the group of trainers put it together. It was a fantastic idea. We weren't sure exactly how many people were going to show up. We've had thousands of people that we've trained in the past, but a lot of them have gone and done other things. We have perfected this course over the last year and a half to the point where the market's changed. So we've changed the way we're trading. And because of that, we felt like a lot of the older ones needed to be upskilled that, are wanting to come back and relearn how to scalp trade. And we're doing it a lot differently now. So in that weekend that we put together, it was back to back. I mean, the meetings were one after the other. It was a full-on weekend of information. And I think it was a lot for the people that joined, and they got a lot of value for money. Almost everybody that finished it said, wow, wow, wow. I'm so glad I took that refresher, because they're back in the game of trading again, and they see how we're doing it now with the starter kit, the runway, the mountain. We didn't have that before. We also, we're doing minutes a little bit differently, a lot faster, and we're actually doing stop loss a lot differently. There's just so much more, and it was just so much to have to retrain. And we didn't want to charge a full course to have to bring these people back in and get them refreshed. So I think that it was a lot of fun. It was very tiring because it was long hours working double shifts on the different time frames, but we actually had a blast. The team, everybody that was involved in it, it was really good to see the older people come back and rejoin us. And then to see them when they jumped in the den and the lodge, the welcoming and, hey, you're back. Where have you been? Where have you been hiding? And so it was good for me to see what I call my cubs. So it was good to see them come back in. So I loved it, and I would like to do another one. This was strictly for HODLNOTS who've taken the course years ago, that are kind of out of the loop, and they want to get back in the game, in the market the way it is today. So I would really like to look forward to doing at least one more and seeing if we can pull in some of those older HODLNOTS that come back and trade with us, because we're having fun. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I mean, that was great. I mean, like you said, nice refresher, and also to touch on things within a nice small group as well. We had a couple of focus groups with some of the sessions as well, and being able to apply all of that knowledge over a quick two days. It was an intense 2 days, but definitely worth it for those who needed kind of a refresher. For those of you who are on the call right now, or even watching the recording a little later, bear in mind that we do offer a class course for the HODLNOTS course, which we'll touch on shortly as well. And then, Marcel, one of the other things that we've been offering over here at HODLNOTS, speaking about the course, is the HODLNOTS Premium. You want to tell those on the call a little bit more about that, maybe some of the benefits and the pros of that course?
Yeah, sure. So basically, what we decided to do is we added a premium course to the HODLNOTS product list, which is for those people who don't necessarily want to do a course in a class setting. And I think the benefits of that is you get obviously one-on-one attention. You can cover more material in the same amount of time, because there's there's basically just one person that need to get to grips with all the ins and outs and the info and the overload, and it's easy to ask questions. It's a lot more interactive, because I do sometimes feel that in a class setting, not everyone feels comfortable to ask questions, and in a one-on-one setting, it's definitely beneficial, I think, to the students who can then ask questions, and we can rehash if there's anything that they not sure of, and it's just a better way of getting all the info across, and from the trainer's point of view, knowing that your student is understanding what everything that we went over. So that is the one beneficial part, I would say. And the other one is you can do it in your own time. You can decide what time zone or what time slot suits you, and you can basically dictate when you have your class and when you don't. So that is also a nice benefit for some of the busier people, businessmen, businesswomen, everyone who might only have a certain slot available in their daily life. So that is what I would say is the most the nice things about doing the premium course.
Yeah,
What
I
do
love
you
that.
think, John?
Yeah, I love that personalization. I love that customization, really around what time suits your student, because really we are, as trainers, we really try to look from a class point of view, from within the lodge, and then obviously with the premium course available, we really are trying to tailor everything that we do around our community, whether it be our students, our one-on-one clients and stuff. But a really great option. You do have the option as well to be able to have a one-on-one with Wendy. If you like, you can head on over to bitcointough.com. It'll be under the product or the online store, and go check out the premium for those of you who haven't done the course yet. A reminder for those of you who have done the course and you perhaps need a refresher. Like Wendy said, there might be a refresher course coming up the next couple of months. Again, another weekend workshop at least. And then, of course, there is the lodge for all of those questions that you may or may not have. And as a kind of a last resort, you do have trainers who are available for book a trainer and a one-on-one session as well. Now, speaking of some news, I'm going to quickly share my screen. I want to quickly show just about crypto in general. And this is quite interesting, because looking at our demographics of those of you on the call now and those of you who will be watching a little later, we have had students from around the world, from Singapore, Slovenia, Canada, Australia, South Africa, huge contingent, of course, France, Germany, and be really interesting to see actually from really around the world where people are getting into crypto. And this is just a little bit of crypto news that we're going to touch on. So going to quickly pull that up. So I found this really interesting article. You should be able to see that there. And talking about, cryptocurrency ownership data. And this is, really cool to see where in the world, and this is a fairly recent article. I think the last stats were from 5th of April. And really cool to see some countries like India, Vietnam, even the Philippines really picking up in terms of their like the percentage of the population that owns crypto. And this is growing. If you go back and you look at some of the other stats, previously you've seen some of these countries growing year on year. South Africa, 10% of our population owning crypto. That's pretty impressive. Let's see, where's Australia? Australia doesn't even feature in the top 10. We've got to change that.
No, they're not turned on here. And in Australia, they're not. And we did not to interrupt you on that, John, but we did go over some of that on the last call that I had. We were talking about crypto news and who was coming on board. And actually, South Korea is putting in a law in place to get into cryptocurrency. So that was huge. The news in the United States, there is a lot of bucking against the system to get in. They're actually trying to turn it off. But this is pushing more USA into cryptocurrencies. If you Google the exchanges that you do not have to do KYC for, there's about 12 of them out there. And what I mean by not doing KYC is that they will allow you legally to trade under 1 Bitcoin. So everybody can get in the game of cryptocurrency and not be afraid of it, except for certain parts of the United States. Certain states like New York is a no-no. And they're just really bucking against, but it's really pushing more people into cryptocurrency. A lot of really great positive news in the cryptocurrency world, even in this market that we have now. So I love to see this chart. It's really, really looking good.
Yeah, we're gonna look here. I mean, this is sorted by population, or at least I can't remember what the filter was, but Australia is down here on page 3, 2.67%. Really good to see countries like Singapore really growing. There was an interesting one that I noted here just on page 2, having a look at the UAE. I mean, there's really, I mean, we start to see a lot of
Huge.
the crypto hubs now moving out. We just had the FinTech summit out in Dubai. A lot of really great or big companies and stuff within our crypto industry all moving that side, and you see this nice huge adoption of crypto. A couple of countries really to look out for in the near future. And this is for all of you. Whether you be in your own country, it's good to be aware of, you know, the kind of thing or kind of growth and adoption, because that just means that life might get a little easier, a little bit more crypto centric going forward. And who knows, if the demographics may shift in the near future. We might have a bunch more people based in the UAE or Singapore or, you know, Vietnam, places like that. Speaking about this is also, yeah, shoot.
No, I was just going to say, I think you're going to see a surge in Nigeria. I was reading an article that the banks in Nigeria limit how much you can even take out or use in your accounts. And so Nigeria is really bucking against that and turning into crypto because they need to be able to pull more than the minimum amount. So as different countries are finding regulated things like that happening, I think we'll see Bitcoin and cryptocurrency markets even explode even more, which is really positive news for cryptocurrency.
Oh, absolutely. And talking about explosions, for those of you who are long-term trade report members, Marius has been giving us lots of really great updates on the current market situation. We're looking for that next bull run to happen. And then we're going to see even bigger surge of crypto adoption globally. And we're going to start to see everything take off. And, you know, when OG had, you know, a great run a couple of hours back, we're going to be looking at coins running like that all the time. So now it's a great time to be upskilling. Just another little interesting tidbit. Thanks, Brave, for checking my browser is secure, the connection secure. This is something interesting. We're starting to see more of these Bitcoin ATMs globally being rolled out. So if you head on over to coinatmradar.com, you can actually go and check out where exactly some of these Bitcoin ATMs are. And funny enough, Australia is, I think, 3rd highest there with a number of ATMs.
It's crazy, isn't it?
And then you look at the, you know, the low adoption rate of crypto within Australia. So some interesting dynamics going on there. Saudi Arabia being part of, well, at least around the UAE, only having 1 Bitcoin ATM. So there's some very interesting information out there.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, South Africa, I think we got a couple. I remember seeing it somewhere. It's on this list. There are a couple up in Johannesburg side. All those. So you guys and girls, if you're watching this live or afterwards, go and have a look at coinatmradar.com, and you can actually click on an interactive map if you open up your country location, and then you can actually zoom in and check out where all these little ATMs are. Pretty cool. So I'm going to quickly stop share. And then I'm going to put everybody back in their places. Good job. We got the little genies back in the bottles up there. Hi, Vicky. Hi, Michelle. Give us a wave. Although you guys can't move your arms, so we can't see you.
They're tiny. They're tiny up there.
Yeah. Also bear in mind that there is another call on at the moment. So for those of you who are within DTM as well, there is a call on. There's their weekly update. We will be moving this time slot a little earlier so we can get in a full hour. But just to wrap up, as we start to wrap up this call, there are a couple of upcoming events. For those of you who are in the lodge over at HODLNOTS, we do have our next Mind Motion session happening That'll be at 8 p.m. UTC. Liesel's going to be chatting all about why are you stuck? And this is going to be touching on whether it be from a stop loss point of view as you're scalping in and out, or it's going to be from a mental point of view. So really great content, really good stuff happening at 8 p.m. UTC. If this is, you're watching this live, you can hopefully, and you're in the lodge, you can join us with that. Otherwise, if you're watching the recorded version, you might have missed out. But if you're in the lodge, there will be recordings or some elements of that being recorded. Then, Wendy, we've got another course coming up for HODLNOTS. That's coming up in June. Yeah, you want to give people a little teaser, a little taste of what's to come, just from a fresh scalper or newbie point of view, because we have touched on the workshop weekend. What can people expect if and when they join the class, the bigger class?
It's going to be starting, I believe, the first week of June. It's coming up on the 9th. It's basically when we start prepping people, and we get them in the room a day or two, the Wednesday before, so that you need to be up and ready. For those people who would like to take the course, highly suggest you get in now. The reason why, you can start your pre-course videos. There's about 20 pre-course videos that are setting up your platforms. They set up the exchanges that we use, and they go over, prep you on TradingView, and get a lot of that out of the way that I used to teach on the course that I don't have to anymore. So now we can dial into the nitty gritty, and we're finding a lot better success ratio out of it. To be able to teach somebody that has never traded before how to trade in 10 days, and be able to trade pretty well and know what to look for, what not to look for, we're having much better success. People are not just jumping into coins quickly, thinking that they're going to be in a run, but knowing that it is or isn't going to run earlier we're really seeing that. So I'm excited. We're already having a good showing for the June course already. Quite a few people have already signed up and started their pre-course videos. So I'm actually looking forward to the next course as well. So I'll be back in Australia at that time. So it'll be good.
Also, there is word potentially it might be the last live course of the year. Okay.
It might be. Yeah, we're working on it.
May well be. So just a little tip, not financial advice, but a little tip is to perhaps get, if you've been saving and wanting to do this for so long, is perhaps start thinking about that. June is around the corner. We're less than a month away till the start of that June course. And just FYI, if you head on over to bitcointough.com, hopefully you all have an account there. If you head into the online store, when you land up in that page, you will see that there is a coupon code for a discount. Nice. Yeah, it's happening 29 days and 19 hours and 52 minutes and 37 seconds, 36, 35. So head on over there. There is an early bird. And again, you will get access, instant access to those pre-course videos. So hop to it.
But just to say, John, we're not stopping HODLNOTS. It's
no,
just no. So I just want people to get there was a lot of big open mouth. Yeah. Oh, what do you mean the last live course? It's just that we want to be able to spend a lot more time in the den, in the lodge with the extra trainings. And so the course will go to probably a video course. So we've got it dialed in and mastered in. It'll still be a live, not live, but a live recorded course that we will still be offering. So I don't want everybody to think we're going away. I think there's a better use of time once we can get people through the course. You'll still have a live session with the trainers. We'll still be with you live, but we want to work with the people more that are learning how to trade. And I think that that's a better use of our time, to be more in the den, more in the lodge, and more on trading. You know, we want more live trading sessions. So that will allow me to open up a little bit more as well as the other trainers. So really looking forward to a little shift in how we do things. But we find a lot more success comes with the live interaction during the week than repetitive course live, where it's taking up a lot of people's time. So just to clarify that. So we're not going away, we're growing. So our den is alive and well. Obviously, it's really alive and well this week. So I'm anxious to get back.
Cool. I did see a hand or two pop up. I think I saw Dave had his hand up and Colleen had their hand up. You're more than welcome to drop your questions over in the Q&A side. If you pop your hand up again and you leave it there, we'll enable you to ask a question if you like. Otherwise, drop it in the Q&A. But to reiterate what Wendy was saying, this is not the end of HODLNOTS at all. It's just a transition. Get in there. If you have friends and family who really would be able to make use of scalping, and actually, whether it be a supplemental income or they're looking to go full-time with crypto and learning to trade. Remember, within Bitcoin Trend and Forecast, we've got a variety of products and signals, everything from scalping all the way to the long-term trade reports. And there is so much content, so much training, and so many signal products out there. Just for a quick recap, I just wanted to touch on something as well that just came across my desk. And that is from Mary Jane and Liesel, two of our other members within our HODLNOTS ecosystem as well. Speaking of ecosystem, Michelle, thanks for dropping in that ecosystem link over there for us. More about who we are and HODLNOTS. Quickly from MJ, she's saying 3M. We're talking about the 3M challenge. That's a minute money masters, making money in minutes. We spend the first couple of weeks ironing out the chinks in your armor so that you can start creating your scalp trading edge while trading. Light bulb moments that you can hone your skills like an apprentice while you learn the skills to execute the perfect haircut or successful scalp trade that will move you into the zone. Same deal, just another vision. Then it's the realization that one of our members that you could spend some time honing your skills with a little money to be able to trade up to $1,000 plus with confidence, knowing that you know that you know. Or another member, yeah, absolutely. Or another member coming to the realization that he had just paid for bread and milk for the family that week in one scalp, and the possibilities of trading for much bigger goals that could follow. Another member who's also seen the beauty of hassle-free traveling to work and back because she could scalp from home or even do a quick trade while waiting to take her daughter home from hospital. This income could travel or not, right? So you can make money while you're traveling at your home, while you're waiting for something. The power of what is possible if only we knew more about it. And this is exactly what HODLNOTS is all about, and the 3M challenge. There is so much opportunity out there. Scalp trading cryptos from the comfort of your own home with no petrol costs, no need to pay for transport, no need. You can sit in an Uber if you wanted to and scalp away. Don't do it while you're driving your car. What is your thing? Maybe you will find out if this could be your thing, and definitely. So find out more at HODLNOTS, and that ecosystem link is down there. Thanks for that update, MJ. And then Marcel, any last updates from your side?
Yeah, I just want to mention we had a nice weekly contest last week. I think we had over 130 entries, I think.
Nice.
And yeah, watch out for this week's contest. It will probably drop later today.
Ooh, we're excited.
For those of you already in the den, those of you that aren't in the den, it's time to make a plan.
So I'm just getting a note from my producer over here saying, we're having too much fun.
You're having too much fun.
We're not. We're having all the fun is happening in the lodge and in the den. And that's pretty much a wrap for the show. So thanks to all of you for joining us here. As a reminder, the June course is coming up. Go check out that link. And to my co-host, Wendy, Marcel, thank you for joining for the peanut gallery in the background. I don't know if you ladies and gents can see them just hanging out there on the bottles in the background, waving their heads. All right. Thanks, Vicky. Thanks, Michelle. Thanks for everyone else. Yeah, there we go. All right. There we go. Just wave your hats, wave your hairs. Like you just don't care.
They're there.
Anyway, we'll be back probably next week. Keep an eye out on the announcement channel. We'll be putting this recorded video, so sorry, out there on the socials afterwards. To all of you who've asked your questions. And perhaps we'll be running a couple of prizes or competitions within this as well. If you have any questions or suggestions, things you'd love to hear about, people you'd like to hear from, we'd love to hear from you. hello@hodlnots.com. That is the email address that you can suggest ideas to. Otherwise, if you're in the lodge, you're more than welcome to drop your ideas. You can use the hashtag HHHH. All right, 4H, that's the HODLNOTS Happy Hour Hangout. If you have a suggestion or an idea that you'd love to hear or see here on the HODLNOTS Happy Hour Hangout, do hit us up. Otherwise, drop us that email again at hello@hodlnots.com. Thank you, ladies and gents, for joining us. Wendy, thank you for waking up super early. Thanks for the...
Always great.
Yeah, thanks for that. And Badger, you can go back to bed if you need to. Hope you get better soon. And for the rest of you, have a fantastic day. There is lots of scalping opportunity out there, but do check out bitcointaf.com as well to find out more who we are as a company, and obviously HODLNOTS, where all the fun happens in minutes.
And we'll see you on the next course. Hopefully I'll see you on the next course. Let's rock and roll. Let's go.
Yes. Okay? Wendy, it's up to you to get the market up. Okay.
Oh no, that's your job. You're not pawning your job off on me. Hey, I think I did pretty good then on OG. Okay, let's just keep it going. I'll work on another one for you while it's raining here.
Good. We're gonna perhaps next week look, or the next episode number 2 of the HODLNOTS Happy Hour Hangout, we might be looking at a slightly better market, and Wendy will then be dropping us a snuggle tip, and Wendy will give us a little brief rundown as to what a snuggle really is. So tune in next week for that and more crypto news, more fun, more things that have been happening, and perhaps some other guests as well. So until next time, thanks, ladies and gents. We're going to stop this live recording on this side on here on Twitch. To those of you watching or have watched on that side and all our other social platforms, thanks for joining.